Hi, welcome back to the Unraveling Soprano. I'm Heather, and this is my channel where I talk about all of my makes for the week, whether that be knitting, sewing, or crochet. So let's get into it. So today I am not wearing anything that I have knit because I have some finished objects that I'm going to be wearing later. So my first finished object, I'm very excited to say, is, if I can get it together, my shouldering autumn blanket. And I haven't blocked it yet because I don't think I'm going to. I do probably want to stick it into a cold wash and dry it just to see if it shrinks up anymore. I have been using this pretty much non-stop since I have cast it off. I use it as a blanket, but actually what I've used it more as is a shawl because it just looks really cute. So I'm going to be wearing it as a shawl for the remainder of this podcast. So things I love about the pattern. The pattern super easy. Any beginner can do it. It is, I feel, a pretty versatile pattern too. I think you could probably change up the weight. You could definitely change up the yarn weight. I used a fingering weight. I used the Knit Pick Stroll in Inverness, and it's just really pretty. Like, I was wearing it around the house the other day, and I just noticed how much I really love the way it looks like as a shawl. Issues I've had with the pattern, it just taking too long. Like, it just took forever. But again, if you change to a DK weight or even maybe a worsted weight, I don't know, it may make it super bulky. I do like the drape as like a shawl. I do like the drape as a blanket. If I were to make this again, I would go up in my yarn weight just to make it a little bit heavier. But for right now, it's great. I'm really proud of the final product and just how much use I've already gotten. And then unexpectedly, after I cast that off, I was looking to do another cast on. So I went ahead and cast on and finished my Cardinal Song hat. So let's see, I don't know where guess this, I'm gonna try not to get makeup on this hat. So this is a bottom up hat construction with this really nice rib. This is knitted in Drops Extra Fine Merino. I can't remember the colorway, but it's a creamy off-white. This was so quick. So this is the card, if I haven't already said it, it's a Cardinal Song hat from Drops. And it's great. I haven't blocked it. Don't know if I'm going to. Not quite sure. Just because I think it looks fine. Maybe if I get closer. You can sort of see where I kind of wrote out a little bit, but I don't think since I'm just wearing this to like go on walks, I'm not quite sure if it matters. I do love the color and I love this extra wide ribbed brim. The pattern was just so easy. If I take it off. So you cast on a number of stitches, and actually this is the white balance is really off. But you see it's got lots of ribbing, and then it changes to a stockinette, and then you do your decreases until you get to like, I don't know, like 9 stitches, and then I don't know why I'm trying to show this on really white yarn. You're not gonna be able to see it. But then you like just kind of cinch it in. So yeah, so that is the Cardinal Song hat. I'm super pleased with how it has turned out. And I've already gotten so much wear out of it. And then so my deep wood sweater is still kind of in time out for the foreseeable future, just because I'm trying to like give my eyes a break with the dark yarn. I might pick it up again next week, but I wanted to go ahead and do another cast on. So this, I forget what this is called. Give me one second. Okay, so this is the Blushing Britches. No, that's not it. That's not it. Um, Blushing Birches. Blushing Birches neck. Um, also by Drops. And I cast this on, I want to say 2 or 3 days ago, and this is just kind of flying. So this is what I have so far. I have the entirety of the front done and cast off. And then I'm just working on the back. So if I, let me take this off for a second. Whew. Again, we are going to try not to get makeup on this because it's white. Um, so again, and the purpose of this is to one, wear it with my hat when I go on walks. And it's kind of the neck. I knit this 8 centimeters tall, and actually when I look on the viewfinder, it doesn't look too bad. But I'm wondering if I should just fold this in, if that looks better. I mean, I have to decide like this is, I think, more fashionable. Like it looks cuter, but it's not as functional because my neck is exposed. I might just like roll it in and not secure it, just like wear it like this. And then if it gets too cold, I have the option to bring it all the way up. But I want to see how it pulls, because right now I'm not getting the full look because the back is completely undone. Interesting construction on this. So you basically, so I originally was going to do the Cardinal Song neck, but that was, the construction on that was bottom up. And I was just not in the mental headspace to do anything bottom up. I don't necessarily mind bottom up construction, uh, but I just wanted something, I wanted a really easy win. So this is top down, which I like, and I can try on. But it has the saddle shoulder construction, which I've never done before, and I don't necessarily know how it's that much different from a raglan, because so I'll show you what I got here. So this is the shoulder. Hopefully it'll show up. So what you do, maybe if I can show that. What you do with this construction is you're working in your rib, but then you're increasing your stitches on the stockinette portion. Um, and you're just doing make one right, make one left. Um, and then you cast off the middle part. So that to me feels very much like raglan construction. Um, but it says it's saddle shoulder. So I'm not quite sure how that's different. Let me know in the comments. Is it actually that different? Is it just is it saddle shoulder only because the ribbing goes down? Is that the only reason? Or am I just kind of missing something? I'm liking how it's knitting up. I'm liking how fast it is. I think that this is going to be done by the end of, definitely by the end of the week, because I've already started the back portion where I'm just doing stockinette. Well, I'm doing like a little bit of ribbing and stockinette, and I do that for like 26 centimeters. And then I do my no, maybe 24 centimeters, and then I do this little ribbing pattern. Again, this is not going to focus. There it goes. No, don't look at me. Look at it. Fighting with my camera. Yeah, so I like how this is knitting up so far. I really love this yarn. It is so soft. The only problem I have with this yarn is it's a little splitty. And I do find that because I'm working in my ribbing, I think is slightly messy, but I think that's just my tension. And I do think that when I switched to knitting flat, that I do have a little bit of roaming out. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, focus. I think that that's what that is called, rowing out. Yeah, I think that's rowing out. So I'm definitely gonna be blocking this piece. Um, because if there's rolling out in the hat, I don't mind as much because it's on my head. No one's really gonna be looking. Like much past, you're gonna look at the brim, but like other than that. But this, I think that there's more of a chance where this part is gonna be seen. So I do kind of want to block this, and I might block it. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna pin it. You know what? I probably am not gonna pin it. I'm probably just gonna soak it, and then just lay it flat and see how it dries. Just because I don't want it to be too big. I don't want this neck to get any wider than it already is. I knit these. I knit the rib on I think 2.75 millimeter, and then the one they asked you to go up a size. I think that was 3.25 millimeters, and it calls for 3 and 3.5 millimeters. So I think I went down weird sizing, but usually that's the normal needle size I use with DK yarn. Um, it's still, I think it's still a little big. Did I gauge swatch? Absolutely not. I did not gauge swatch at all. I just kind of went into it because I just wanted, because I didn't think like the fit on this, it's not imperative that it be perfect because it's not going over, like it's just an accessory. Um, so that is my work in progress. So I had two finished objects, one work in progress. Um, what do I want to accomplish? Let me put my shawl back on, my blanket. Really do love this. I think that this is making me into a shawl person, which I never thought I would be. Um, Also a variegated yarn person. Like, I've never been one to, because I think that sometimes variegated yarn can look a little arts and crafts. I mean, knitting is arts and crafts, but it can look a little bit more, I don't know. I have this particular image in my head of like early 90s arts and crafts. And so I can sometimes think it can look a little bit like that. Um, and that's not always well, that's probably never the look I'm going for. But I feel like this colorway, and you really can't see it in the viewfinder, I don't think. Maybe when I do editing it'll show up a lot more. But it's just a really subtle variegation, which I really like. So I feel like doing shawls in something that's more subtly variegated, I think I really love. Um, and I think I'm a shawl person now. I think I'm in my shawl era because I when it's cold outside, like there's just so much temperature variation. So sometimes it can either get really really roasting in my house, so I'll wear a tank top. But if I just throw a shawl on, then I have more versatility. So yeah, I think that I will be making more shawls. I actually might cast on one. I was looking at what was the shawl I was looking at maybe casting on this week is called the Traveling Woman. We're gonna see if I have enough yarn to do what I want with this. I'll put a picture of what that is gonna look like. I think I did pictures over here. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a picture of what it looks like. I don't want a small shawl. I want kind of something that's going to cover my shoulders, but I only have one skein of yarn. So we'll see if I have enough or if I have to do another order and get some more yarn. But it's like that pink yarn, which I don't have on me. I'm not going to pull it out. But we'll see if how that work knits up. So I might cast that on this week. I might pull out my deep wood sweater and just finish the sleeves because I'm very close. I just have to get it out. I just like the break for my eyes because it was just a lot of navy yarn because I was working on socks in this yarn, this, and then the deep wood sweater. That was just a lot of dark yarn, and it makes it so I can only work on it at certain points of the day because it gets really really dark in my room, and I'm just not about that. Not about eye strain right now. So I might keep that on hold until I've finished some more projects with lighter color yarn, and then make the switch before Christmas. I feel like I'm gonna want to wear that sweater into Christmas and definitely maybe into New Year's. That might be my one of my New Year's sweaters. Um, yeah, so that is all I have for today. Let me know what you're working on. How are your projects going? I have had a couple people comment in the comment section, and it's been really great to interact with you all. So yeah, let me know what you're working on and anything you'd like to see. Um, I'm probably going to be doing some yarn acquisitions soon. I'm definitely probably going to be partaking in those Black Friday sales. Um, and figuring out what my winter plans are because I'm kind of wrapping up my fall. I still need to, there's a cardigan I want to start working on. So I need to cast that on. But again, it's a dark green yarn, so I'm trying to maybe not do that right away. But that would be my last fall knit that I would need to um, do something with. So I'm starting to think about winter sweaters. It's probably going to be a lot of cardigans. I'm looking into like maybe doing some more browns because I've done a lot of blues lately. I don't know, but I probably will have some yarn acquisitions coming up. Um, Let me know what your favorite yarn brands are. I pretty much stick to knit picks because of how economical it is, but I'm always looking to um, branch out into different yarn brands. But yeah, so that's all I have for you today. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing lots of self-care to get through these darker days with the time change. And I will see you next time. But until then, happy knitting. Bye.